Before watching this video, please subscribe this channel and click on bell icon to get the notifications for the upcoming classes.
Okay, steam at 5 bar and 300 degrees centigrade expand in a nozzle to a pressure of 1 bar. If the efficiency of the nozzle is 88%, calculate the mass of steam discharged when the exit area is 180 mm square. So, steam, what are the conditions at the entry? Steam at 15 bar and 300 degrees centigrade expands in a nozzle to a pressure of 1 bar. If efficiency of the nozzle is 88%, calculate the mass of the steam discharge when exit area is 180 mm square. So at the entry, these are the conditions of the steam. At the exit, this is the condition, and the area at the exit is this one. And nozzle has efficiency of 88%. So what does it mean? If efficiency is 100%, then we call that process as isentropic process. But because efficiency is 88%, it is not isentropic process. So efficiency 88% means that friction factor K is 0.88. So friction factor K is equal to nozzle efficiency by 100. So it is 0.88. Okay. So if you draw HS diagram, it looks like this. So H, entropy on y-axis, enthalpy on y-axis, entropy on x-axis. So HS diagram. So this is dry saturation line. So point 1. So what is first point? 15 bar and 300 degrees centigrade. 15 bar and 300 degrees centigrade. So you can plot this point 1. Okay, this is super saturated region. If you look into the steam tables book, we can find this as super saturated steam. So 15 bar and 300 degrees centigrade, point 1, which is above dry saturated region. Okay, if you drop down directly, okay, to P is equal to 1 bar. Why P is equal to 1 bar? So 2 is not actual point. The actual condition is not 2. This actual condition is 2 dash. Okay, if it expands isentropically, the point 2. Okay, how do we obtain point 2? From 15 bar, from first point, you draw a straight line, vertical line downward. It meets pressure is equal to 1 bar line at a point, and this point is 2. But this is not actual line, that is it is not the curve that is given in the question. This is isentropic process. Actual process is 1 to 2 dash. So how do we get this point 2 dash? So for this, you see here, h1 minus h2 dash is equal to h1 minus h2 into 0.88. So if you draw horizontal line, the value here is h1. If you draw horizontal line here, the value of this is h2. Similarly, if you draw horizontal line here, the value should be here h2 dash. So the relation between h1 minus h2 dash and h1 minus h2 is h1 minus h2 dash is equal to k times 0.88 means k. Okay, what is 0.88? K. So k times h1 minus h2. This is the formula. So from this you will calculate h2 dash. So after getting h2 dash, you draw horizontal line. After getting the value of h2 dash, put the point here, okay, and draw horizontal line so that it meets line P is equal to 1 bar at 2 dash point. So in this way we will obtain h1, h2, h2 dash, 1, 2 and 2 dash. We have to draw this entire curve, all these values on Mollier diagram. So Mollier diagram is a graph between enthalpy and entropy. That is Mollier diagram. So we want to solve this using Mollier diagram. So that is first method. Second method is using steam tables. Both of them we'll discuss in this video. So what is the method? first plot first point, okay, using the condition pressure as 15 bar and temperature 300 degrees centigrade. So after plotting this point, draw straight line downward, vertical line, okay, it meets pressure P is equal to 1 bar, line at point 2. So you find the value of H1 and H2. Okay, after finding H1 and H2, find H2 dash. After finding H2 dash, put the point here and draw horizontal line to meet again the curve, again the line P is equal to 1 bar at 2 dash. So 1, 2, 2 dash, all this will obtain. So all of them, all 1, 2, 2 dash, H1, H2, H2 dash, we have to represent them on steam tables. So the value of H1, okay, from the graph, okay, H1 is 3039 from Mollier diagram. Okay, this is first method. Okay, H2 is 2521 kilojoule per kg. X2 dash is 0.952. So now we'll see how we got these three values from Mollier diagram. So after getting these three values, we have to substitute in the velocity equation. Okay, H1 minus H2 and everything follows. So now we'll see how to use Mollier diagram. So this is steam tables book, last page. If you open, you'll have Mollier diagram in SI units. This is what we have to use. Now just quick review of Mollier diagram. So this is saturated line. Okay, saturated line, x value is 1. Okay, this is line with dryness fraction value x is equal to 0.95. This is again a line with dryness fraction 0.9, 0.85, like this. So in between there are 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 5 divisions. So 0.9, 0.91, 0.92, 0.93, 0.94 and 0.95. Now these are pressure lines. This continuous lines are pressure lines. This is pressure lines. Pressure line 0.1 bar, 0.2 bar, 0.3, 0.4. Similarly, we are having 1 bar. One more thing is 15 bar. This is 15 bar pressure line. It goes like this. Next, these are temperature lines, 150, 200, 250, 300. So constant temperature lines. Okay, now at the bottom you are having entropy, that is x-axis, specific entropy. Here you are having enthalpy. Enthalpy is on y-axis, specific enthalpy. So 1, 2, 2 dash, which we have seen earlier, that we have to plot everything here and find values of H1, H2, H2 dash, everything here. All the values you have to find here. Okay, and note down these values. Okay, that is what we want to do here. Right, first, what is the condition of one? Pressure is 15 bar. So 15 bar line goes like this, and 300 degrees centigrade is this. So both of them meet at this point. So this is point 1, 15 bar line and 300 degrees centigrade line. So after plotting this point 1, next and you have to find the corresponding value here. You have to find the corresponding value here. This value, corresponding value. So this is the corresponding value. Okay, so 3000 and 3100. So between 3000 and 3100, so between 3000 and 3100 there are totally 18 lines. So this value is greater than 3000, less than 3100. So between 3000 and 3100 there are totally 18 lines, and from this to this there are 7 lines. So the difference between 3000 and 3100 is 100. So 3000, this value, plus 7 divided by 18. 7 divided by 18 into 100 gives the h1 value. Use the h1 value. Okay, 3000 plus 7 out of 18 lines. 7 out of 18 lines. So 7 by 18 into 100. Similar h2. h2, how do we get h2? So here we are having the point. So if you drop down, if you draw a line, straight line, so that it meets the point at 1. So somewhere it meets here. Okay, so again you project this here. Okay, so this is the value. So how do we get this value? Again, this lies between 2500 and 2600. So 2500 plus 4 by 19. So totally there are 19 divisions. So this point falls at 4 division. So 4 by 19 into 100. You will get x2. Okay, h2. You will get h2. Next you have to find x2 dash. So how do you get x2 dash? So you see here our procedure finding, after finding h1 h2 you have to find h2 dash 2573. So you have to put the point 25723 and draw a horizontal line so that it meets here at pressure P is equal to 1 bar line. Okay, from there you will get 2 dash. So after getting 2 dash, you have to find x2 dash. After getting 2 dash you have to find x2 dash. So we draw a straight line, it meets here. Okay, so after that what is the value of h2 dash? It is 2573.5. so 2573.5. you have to plot this here, somewhere you will get the line. Okay, from there if you draw a line, horizontal line like this, okay, where onto line onto where will you draw to this point? This pressure P is equal to 1. So it meets somewhere here. Okay, somewhere at this point. So somewhere at this point. So what is this point? So this value, if you see, this is 0.95 and this upper value is 0.96. So this is little above 0.95. So I am approximating this value to 0.952. So greater than 0.95, little more than 0.95. So approximately 0.952. So these are the three values which we are having. So with these three values we will solve the problem. So now after finding h2 dash, what is our question? We have to find first exit velocity v2, 44.72 into square root of k into h1 minus h2. We have the value of h1 h2, both of them value h1 h2. Substitute here and find the velocity value. Next, from continuity equation, a2 v2 by x2 dash vg2. So a2 is, we are having value of a2. Next v2, we already got the value. Now x2 dash value is 0.952. Next vg2 from steam tables, we have to find the value from steam tables at p2 is equal to 1 bar and its value is 1.6937 meter cube per kg. Substitute here and get the value of m dot. That is, what is m dot? Mass of steam discharged, okay, when exit area is this. Right, next we'll do this problem in another method, that is by using steam tables. Okay, right. this is steam tables. So from steam tables, properties of superheated steam when the pressure is 15 bar and temperature is 300 degrees centigrade is Vg value is this one, Hg value, Sg value. So this is steam tables book. So superheated steam tables, SI unit superheated steam tables 42 to 46 page. So here, this is the properties of superheated. So pressure at what pressure? At first condition 15 bar and 300 degrees centigrade. So this is 15 bar and corresponding 300 degrees centigrade. This is 300 degrees centigrade and 15 bar. We are having value of Vg, Hg, and Sg value, all the three values. Okay, so Vg, Hg and Sg, all these three values I wrote here from steam tables, properties of superheated steam at these conditions, Vg, Hg and Sg values. Next, this is about first point, first condition. Okay, next, properties of saturated steam. This is for second point. Okay, so this is Vg2, Vg1, Hg1, Sg1, that is 1, S1. Okay, now properties of superheated steam. So second, for second, the properties is pressure, that is exit. Pressure is 1 bar and corresponding temperature, Vg, Hf, Hfg, Hg values, Sf and Sg values. This, okay, we can obtain these values from properties of saturated steam tables. So properties of saturated steam value, saturated steam and pressure of 1 bar. So 99.6 other values, all the values here. Okay, and these are the parameters, Hf, Hfg, all those things. Right. So all of them, when I note them, the values are like this. Right. Next, if the nozzle is frictionless, okay, when solving this problem, that is S2. Okay, so if the nozzle is frictionless, neglecting friction, S1 is equal to S2. Okay, straight line. Okay, keep this aside. So we got this value S1 and S2 value is this. So equating S1 and S2, okay, we get X2 value. X2 value is 0.927. Right, after getting this, H2 value, we got H1 value, we can find H1 value. H1 value is Hg. H1 value is Hg. Now H2 value, because it is in wet condition, H2, this value is Hf2 plus X2 into Hfg2. So we found out the value of H2. Now what is the expression for exit velocity V2? 44.72 into square root of k into H1 minus H2. So substituting all the values, okay, 0.88 is the value of k, H1 is Hg, H2 we found out here. So substitute here and get the velocity value. So after that you have to find H2 dash. So H2 dash, again how do we find? Same expression here, H1 minus H2 dash is equal to H1 minus H2 into k. So substituting these values, you got H2 dash as this. This is the value of H2 dash. Okay, from the steam tables method. But H2 dash, what is H2 and what is H2 dash? So 1 to 2 is isentropic process. Okay, 1 to 2 dash is actual process. Okay, that is given in question. You have to find this 2 dash, H2 dash. Okay, H2 dash. This is the this is the actual process that is given in the question. Okay, with friction factor 0.88. With nozzle efficiency, 0.88. Right, next. So H2 dash is equal to HF2 plus X2 dash into HFG2. So from this we find out X2. Okay, this is for finding out H2 dash, this is for finding out X2 dash. So after getting X2 dash, again same formula, A2 V2 by X2 dash into VG2. Okay, A2 value, V2 we obtained here, X2 dash, this is how we find it out X2 dash. Next VG2, VG2 is from again steam tables. So VG2, this is VG2 value 1.694, 1.694, 1.694, and final answer is 0.1073 kg per second.
Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe this channel and click on bell icon to get the notifications for the upcoming classes. And share this